What was one of the craziest things you saw out there?
And can I be raw like on here? Can I be okay? Because it just is. So yeah, one of the craziest things that I had witnessed prior to like my own experiences in this kind of regard was I was in a trap house, uh, you know, somebody's trap house. I don't know whose. And I was with a group of women and this drug dealer who I thought like was my buddy, right? Because everybody was my buddy and like nobody would hurt me because I was invincible, I thought. And a woman was, she did something to piss him off, this drug dealer, and there was a kind of a group of his buddies there too. And she was in the room next door to me. And I'm sitting there, and these other women who some of them lived in the house, some of them didn't. And I'm sitting there and I hear her screaming, yelling. And I ask one of the girls, like, what's going on? She's like, she pissed him off, the girl. And she didn't even, I mean, these girls, all of us are like 80 pounds soaking wet. We're strung out on dope. Some of us dance, some of us don't. At this point, I hadn't, so I did eventually graduate to the where I started, really degrading myself for money. And I was, turning tricks and doing all the things, whatever way
Mhm.
you want to label it. I was doing
Mhm.
those things um, to support my habit. Um, and it was also one of those things I was like, well, I'm not doing that. Like I hear I'm dancing. I'm not doing that yet. So it's not that bad, but it didn't take long to get there. Um, but yeah, no, that was one of the craziest things is I sat listening to that happening. Then he came out like with a smile on his face. Somebody else came out and like made a joke and then we got drugs and like that was it. And I remember going out, um, I don't know where we were walking. Me and another girl were leaving, walking after we got whatever drugs we were getting. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I can't talk about this. I shouldn't say anything about it. But like, I was feeling like this, like, I can't believe that. I can't believe what just happened. I hope the girl's okay. Hope she's okay. But it was things I say that to say there's like, that was the day in and day out after a certain point. It was always like, there was never a safe environment that I was in, not one. Um, Everywhere I was, there people had ulterior motives. They were out for themselves. I was out for myself. But there was no telling, if those of us that have a lot of people, especially in recovery, we have really good hearts, right? Especially like through all this healing and all these things. But like even prior to drugs, I had a good heart. I'm a good person, empathetic. I love people.
Yeah.
Um, so automatically I kind of place that character on other people that I meet. I'm like, they're going to be a good person. Like most people are good people. And it wasn't the case using like, and maybe some of them were, but a lot of them were really evil, really, really evil and dark. And who knows what they'd experienced to get them there. But um, it seems to be in a short time, that was the majority of who I was around. People that